S&P 500.
Welcome in, Dean.
I like to use the Dow Gold ratio because this oftentimes gives you partial numbers, like I believe it's at 0.49 or 48 right now, where the Dow Gold ratio always gives you whole numbers, and people understand whole numbers better than they do fractions like that. But so this was a natural balance under a much more fixed monetary system. Under gold, there was this balance between the stock market and the value of the stock market and the value of gold. And so what you see here, the creation of the Federal Reserve happened back in here, and we did a bunch of deficit spending and expanded the currency supply for World War I. And then when the war ended, there was a big deflation called the Depression of 1921. That's this. But then you had these very expansionary policies in things called like bankers' acceptances and other things. There was stuff the Federal Reserve governed, and the Federal Reserve was too loose with their monetary policy. And there was also stuff that was more done just by the banking sector. But there was a big expansion in the currency supply when you include, you've got to watch my video on the crash of 29 and the Great Depression there's a bunch of quotes there from Murray Rothbard, Ben Bernanke, and Milton Friedman that back up any of these claims. But what you saw was this expansion that did not cause retail inflation.
Okay, so we'll continue on this after, and every update to come, because I want you to see the S&P in relation to gold. So good mid-afternoon, 1:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, October 4th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I'll be off in about 10 to 15 minutes. Will not have any devices on. I'm turning the power off to my house before 2:20. So I suggest you all do the same. Mark, thank you very much for the $4.99 donation. I greatly appreciate that. Welcome in, Mark. Trading with J-Ride. Mitchell, straight 6. Messi, 60 cent next. We will see. Jose, good evening, or good afternoon. Watch, recycle, repeat. Watch content, recycle watch the content, recycle it to friends and family, repeat, and come back and watch the next update. I love it. Dean, good evening, or good afternoon. So yeah, so I'm going to do this very quickly because I'm not going to have anything on at 2:20 p.m. I'll be back for the live tonight, but like I said, I'm shutting the power off to my house, shutting off all my stuff before 2:20 because I don't want any part of that. Not to say it's going to make you immune, but I'd rather just not have any electricity going through my area. So I want to do this real quickly, so let's get through this. AJ, aloha. So Dow is down 48.73, still under a lot of pressure. We know where we're working our way down to, so I don't expect any kind of saving grace here until we at least hit 32,580, which that's right around the corner here. So, and if you guys are not aware of what's going on at 2:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's a nationwide emergency test. But it's not your typical kind. So I suggest you do a little bit of research in the next 10 minutes. So that's what we're looking here. If we break that and reject there at any time, you would likely have to come down to around that 31,000, 30,940 to be able to try to find some kind of support. If we look at the DXY, it's finally retracing like we talked about yesterday. We were looking at first area 106.80 to see if we had any support. And that's only because it's the 20-day and the 4-hour time frame. We came through on a wick down to about 106.50, but now we've bounced back up. So for the DXY to continue up without having a further retracement, we're going to want to hold 106.80. But if you see it continue to push down, you could retrace down here. The only thing I'll say, though, and I'm paying attention to, if this V recovery holds, this is kind of like a retest. It could bounce down there first, but it still seems like we've got eyes before this completely rolls over and comes down. It seems like we're going to have eyes for up here before a further reversal, if that's what we're trying to do. But that seems to be what's going on here. I mean, the manipulation is what it is with XRP, Evan. Yeah, it takes a lot, but 54.2, the reason it can't get back there is the pattern resistance. That's not manipulation. The only thing manipulated about this are the pushes back and forth. So the push down before that eventual push back up to 55 was a manipulated push. When you look, it got down to 50 cents on a lot of exchanges. That was your manipulated push before the eventual finish off on the move, which it could still be finishing off with. The US 10-year In my opinion, we're still working through to the 5.07%. Nobody's buying the government bond, so they got to keep increasing these interest rates. So 5.07% is what I believe this cup and handle is working to, and we'll see. That's about a 50% probability that it breaks past there. I know it's not a lot, but it's 50-50 we go past there. We'll get into XRP at the very end of this. I make you wait on the midday market report until the very last thing I cover to cover XRP. That's the main question I always get. Crude oil, as we talked about, that big retracement that could possibly happen is starting right now. Down 5.6% to 84 bucks. Remember what we talked about? Our retracement area that we talked about is either 85 or down here at 80 bucks. And the reason why is in the daily time frame, we're trying to see if we'll hold the 200 day, and that's at $80.56. That's why I had that retracement showing like that. So far it's come down, but I probably should have made it a little bit farther to the cup. But we'll see. There's an 85% chance that we finish this off to $1.23, $123 a barrel in the near future. Like I've said though, that doesn't come without consolidations. You've had, this was the step 1 cup and handle, step 2 cup and handle, step 3 cup and handle that we're trying to work on next. But we've done it, support, went to the next level supported by the previous level, which means we could come down even maybe to 77.37 if we wanted to come down to the bottom. So pay attention to that. We've got the gold silver ratio back over 87.04, up over 1.2% on the day. We've more than rounded the bottom here. Now we need to see if we can hold that 86.68, which we're doing now. It seems to me with the high probability, we'll probably come up to 88.94 and then see how we range at 91.849. That's what it looks like to me. The reason why it's starting to push up a little bit here is that gold is on the downward spiral to under 1800 in my opinion. There's a 95% probability, as we've been saying since that formation before it broke, that it comes down to 1792. And then there's about a 5% chance we continue on, and that won't be sufficing. We'll have to come down near 1680 possibly. So we'll see. Silver down 1.45%. No surprise to anybody who's been watching the midday market report. None at all. Ali, good morning. Thank you for everything that you do for all this, especially the XRP community, and thank you for bringing us. I'll read the rest of that in a sec. But this is no surprise to us with silver as well. Talked about a 75% chance that it at least comes down here, and that would, not at least, but this could be a bounce here. 75% chance it bounces here. Well, no, 75% chance it comes down here to $18.07. 25% chance it can bounce off of here and see if we can get a retest up at 22.70. But there's a 75% chance, in my opinion, that will come down to 18.07. That's not guaranteed, but that's just the way it looks like it's starting to present itself. We know everything with the ratios. Now let's look at B2 Gold real quick, because I'm telling you right now, if you want to do what I do, there's a 90% chance we go down to $2.40 before our next rebound, as that's the technical breakdown target. There's a 75% chance we go down to $2.20 area. So please pay attention to that and start to have some cap strap. Thank you for bringing us great content as always. I wish you health, wealth, and happiness. Thank you so much. Infamous, welcome in. Louisville, welcome in. I'm so proud of everybody for tuning into the midday market report. Make sure you hit that like button. 27 likes. The more people that'll see this midday market report as we're winding down here. So pay attention to this. My goal is to have 6 to 10 grand here in B2 Gold. And right now I'm liquid. After I got my my dividend payment, I was very transparent at $3 and something cents that I sold out for this retracement, and now I'm going to try to put 6 to 10,000 between the areas I showed you. I don't want to really buy anything until $2.40. I'll be very transparent with everybody. Now we'll go total crypto market cap, Bitcoin, XRP out. Total crypto market cap, we're going to see if we can hold the 20 days. I still think something weird's happening here. I think that we're going to try to retest this cup and handle up here at about 1.141 trillion. It's possible. It's not a guarantee, but as long as we hold this structure, this is what we have to do first layer. Then second tier, we have to get over 1.21 to continue this momentum. And we'll try to come up to this downtrending resistance, which is where we could be trying to tap now that we held this breakout support. So just pay attention to that. And then we've got Bitcoin, and then I'll let you guys go after XRP. This will be a beautiful midday market report of just about 15 minutes at the most. Bitcoin dominance is up to 50.5%. We're still on the bullish side of town. 62% chance we come up here to that 52.29% in my opinion. So we'll see what happens. I know it's not the overwhelming amount everybody might be looking for, but it's a better than not chance with only a 38% chance of breaking down. And then we've got Bitcoin at 27,543 up 0.39%. So far we're getting rejected, but I'll caution everybody. We pulled back through the 20. We're trying to re-invalidate this dot cross. And as long as we hold this structure, we need to get over 27,700 and ultimately break first here at 28,100 to try to invalidate this move. And then to actually invalidate it, you get on top of 29,440 and move. XRP is on top of the 28 billion we talked about yesterday to try to get back on the bullish side of town. We're on top of it, and as long as you're over 28 billion, you're on a breakout attempt, and you should be able to come up to 30.9 billion approximately. And then maybe 32.23. As long as you stay on the top side, this is possible. And what does that mean for the XRP price action? We're over the 524 level. That's the pivot level. As long as we hold that, we can try to invalidate that dot cross. It's going to take a couple more candles, but it's very possible. Now we're trying to hit and get past first the 524, make sure we hold it. Then we got to get over the 541 downtrending resistance. I thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like button if you appreciate the midday market report. If you appreciate what I do, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you take precautions here. In 14 minutes, I got to go get everything set up. Stay blessed, everybody, and it's my honor.